Hey guys, Iron Blood out here, sitting in this oak tree, hunting coyote this morning with my Ruger 1022, hoping to get some footage and video of a coyote hunt with a dissection at the end of it, or a necropsy at the end of it, so we can see what some target ammo will do to the insides of a coyote. Have you ever thought about using target ammo for self-defense? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get hit by a hollow point or solid. I don't want to get hit by any bullet. But be interesting to see the results of a solid on an animal versus ballistic gel. But spoiler alert, I did manage to get a coyote not too long ago. I did get a little bit of a clip of it on my GoPro, but it's pretty cold outside and the GoPro froze up momentarily, or shortly thereafter, sorry. Anyhow, we're going to sit a little longer because after the first shot, or first coyote went down, I did see another one in the field, although he hit my scent trail on the way in and turned around. But you never know, this place often has quite a few coyotes, so we'll see if we can get another, and maybe we can get more than one test today. Just giving you guys a look of my viewpoint. Open field. Swing around. Got this nice bushy track in behind. Well, the sun's come up. It's a little more comfortable. Just managed to knock down a second coyote. Two came out in the field in front of me here, and they hit my scent trail, the trail that I walked in on, and the lead one started heading back. But the second one kind of hung up at about 80 yards or so. So I took a poke at it, aimed a little bit higher, tried to compensate for the bullet drop. Not sure if I spined it, but it dropped in its tracks. So it'll be some interesting results. The coyote that I shot at 80 yards dropped in its tracks. The one I shot about 15, 20 yards, it kind of just walked off a bit, rather subdued. So we'll go check it out. All right, so here's the second coyote I got. It was an 80-yard shot. I was sitting up in the oak tree. I did drop it in its tracks. I aimed a little high to help compensate for the bullet drop. I am sighted in at 50 yards, so my guess is I probably didn't need to compensate that much. My guess is I spined it. We'll find out. So it did require a follow-up shot. So I'm going to skin this thing out, and we'll see what kind of damage 22 solid has done to this coyote. And when we're done that, we'll go on and retrieve the second one. Just come out to find this coyote that I shot earlier. I was sitting in this oak tree right back here. Where she lays is about 40 yards. Where I shot her is probably 15 yards or so. Anyways, let's flip this camera around. And there you go. That's what we got. Nice blonde coyote. Looks like I probably got a pass through. She was broadside. And didn't go too far. As you can tell, 40 yards. But anyways, I found it interesting that when I shot her, the reaction was rather subdued. I actually thought I missed, although she didn't run off. She just kind of slowly moved, and I was about to shoot her again or try another shot thinking I had missed. That's when I noticed her kind of nip at her sides, her rib cage there. So I figured, okay, I got her. And we just watched her kind of mill around kind of slowly. Her mouth gaped wide open a couple times. To me, it was an indication of perhaps a lung shot, having a hard time breathing, things like that. She came over here, bedded down briefly, got back up, walked about, 5-6 feet, did another little spin around and just kind of kerplunked. So we're going to cut her open, and we'll take a look at the heart, lungs, and see what kind of damage the 22 solid, which I believe is the Eli club that I was using today. If for some reason that's wrong, I will edit in writing down here somewhere the correct ammo, but I'm pretty sure it's Eli club. Anyhow, let's get started. I'll cut this thing open and we'll see what is going on the inside. Okay, so I got most of the hide off here. When I was skinning it, there's a bunch of wounds back here over here and on the other side. Let's see if I flip it over. Back over here as well. I'm thinking, how the hell did I manage to shoot back there when I was aiming for the chest? And my guess is these holes here are from this coyote nipping at itself, or perhaps from fighting with other coyotes, because it took me a while to find it, but there is the entrance hole right there. Very small. Can't really see too much of it, but it is an entrance. Actually, if I grab a little stick, let's see if I can find one. Quick. Oh, boy. You can see I can poke that stick right in. So that is definitely the entrance wound. And on the back side, a little more prominent, is the exit wound. Doesn't look like the hole's much bigger, so I don't know if we got any expansion. We'll cut open the chest cavity and see what kind of damage we got going on the inside. All right, so I've finished up my little dissection here, and right back in there, you can see that is the exit. So the 22, the projectile went between the ribs here on the way in, and between the ribs here on the way out. Well, going through the body, I did not get any hits or damage to the heart. It was all in the lungs. Hopefully I can show it to you here. I think I took out 4 lobes of the lungs. So you can see there's a hole there, another hole in this lobe, another one in this lobe, through and through. So definitely not explosive damage like you would get with a hollow point, but certainly enough to render this coyote obsolete. So all in all, pretty decent day out hunting today. Did manage to knock down 2 coyotes with the 1022. So I got a little more information for you guys and for myself as far as what 22s will do to a coyote-sized critter. Although the second one, I couldn't find the initial projectile. I have no idea where I hit that coyote. I know I had to shoot it again, and actually shot it a second time from the stand, and I thought it was done, but when I got up to it, it was still alive. So I put one through the head, but I think that went out through the side of the head, and just the way it was positioned, it kind of strafed part of the body. So it was really difficult for me to determine what was taking place with that second coyote, other than the fact that it dropped it in its tracks at 80 yards. So I think it's safe to say, depending where you hit it, a 22 will do enough damage to knock down a coyote at 80 yards. And if it's doing that at 80 yards, I imagine inside a house where you're maybe talking 10, 15 yards tops, it's going to do a pretty decent job. Anyways, Iron Blood out. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you later.